Good job of maintaining a good space cushion. 86 Ghost. This is a good stream today. This is a good class. So here's the thing. Does anybody see the cop on the far right? See the cops on the far right? Now we got this dumb truck driver causing issues. Okay, this dumb truck driver is being a dumb. I like saying dumb because we're smart. You know, smart rider, dumb. Anyways, there's that cop car. Look at that big old couch in the way. Yeah. So if somebody's dumping things accidentally into the roadway, you kind of got to be careful. Now, this is what I really like about 86 Ghost here. You guys look at his space cushion. Look at this. Big, huge space cushion. This is what I like. Look how much room you have to work with. Look how much room you can see. Look how far you can see. So your line of sight is huge. Your space cushion is huge. And he's in an amazing spot for this huge escape path. Amazing. Amazing. Imagine if he was right on the ass of this car. Escape path. You'll see what I mean.
A moment of inattention could have bad consequences.
Yep. Moment of inattention could have had bad consequences. Now, this truck driver, what I was trying to say is, you know, if you see somebody going in and out of traffic acting like an idiot, you scoot back. You're just sitting back here like, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You be dumb. Go ahead. Because if they crash up there, you're so far back you can react in time. So watch this. So the car in front of us is going to swerve out of the way. You notice how we maintain that space cushion? The car slowed down and so did we. So if we were right on the ass of that car, you see the mattress or whatever the hell that is. If we were like right here and we tried to pass him on the right because we're just kind of getting bored of this guy getting slower and slower and slower, so we just decided to pass with poor line of sight, we could have hit that. So guys, don't be impatient. How many times have we seen impatient drivers and riders get themselves in a bad situation? So good job. So what he did was plan his ride. He positioned himself for safety with a good space cushion, great line of sight, and he had multiple escape routes. And he maintained that space cushion. So he located this hazard, and all he had to do was slightly adapt from like lane position like 1, which he's in right now, to like lane position 0.5. And that was it. Imagine if he was way over here in lane position 3 and he didn't see this thing in time because he was on this person's ass. He would have had to swerve, or he would have had to swerve. Okay? It almost looks like a monocle and a mustache. I don't know. I don't know what I'm drawing. You know what I mean? All right, moving on. It did look like a nice mattress. Maybe a pillow top. Not a bad fall if you crashed on it.
Next, we have...
All right, lane filtering. Big problems with lane filtering. Escapes to the left and right. You only have braking and acceleration. This is a non-issue. Cruise in San Diego. You should understand that. Move on. Is that the Coronado Bridge? I think that's the Coronado Bridge. Beautiful bridge to ride on. Kind of scary. All right, moving on. Good. Hold your breath. Make a wish. Nope. You didn't hold your breath. All right. Watch out here. Anybody? Whoa! He did good. Cruising San Diego. You did good on that one, actually. You did pretty good. So this is what I mean by him doing good. So he got trapped. He couldn't escape to the left because of the curb. He couldn't escape to the right because it was closing in on him. His only escape paths are forward and backwards at that point. If you have a powerful enough bike, you can go ahead and accelerate out of that. Or if you have decent brakes, or, you know, pretty much any bike can stop pretty good if you do good progressive brake pressure. So what he's going to do here, this is a terrible driver right there. Should not have done that. He accelerated through it real quick. Did a good job. There's not much you could have done there. If that got you because you weren't paying attention, or you were paying attention and just you couldn't do anything about it, because that was a nobody can anticipate that one. And that's why we have to become smart riders. We have to acquire and utilize personal protective equipment. That is our safety net. That is literally our only safety net. If you're in a car, your safety net is the crumple zone. You have a roll cage. You have airbags, possibly. You have a seatbelt. You have a lot to protect you. In this situation, what do we have? Our gear that we have on us. That's it. So why would you want to ride without gear? Be a smart rider, acquire and utilize it. Part of the smart rider principles is having a good safety net, and that is the A portion, acquiring and utilizing personal protective equipment. So what you need to get is a helmet, jacket, gloves, pants, and then boots. That right there is your safety net, just in case
the hazard got out in front of you, became a threat, and your fundamental skills might have failed, or there was nothing you could have done. And when you hit the ground, you want to be as protected as possible. Side of the vehicle right there. No. There you go.
Douglas, your first live stream. Well, welcome, Douglas. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the class. Let's get back into it. Here we go. Good job, Moto UK.
Как я знал, что он это сделает сейчас. Ай, знал, что он...
Let's go back because I got a little distracted. So lane filtering, remember? Can't escape to left or right. Good job with the braking and rolling off the throttle.
Ай, знал, что он сейчас делает это. Даже не смотрел в зеркало.
Probably watches this channel, doesn't he?
Ожидал меня там увидеть в междурядье. То есть как бы должен, но не ожидал.
I like his mentality. I like his mentality.
Man, you scared the out of me, man. You just cut me off hardly. I wasn't... No worries, man. Have a nice one, yeah?
I love it. I love it. Class. Can we give him a round of applause? He saw it.
Yeah,
He
welcome,
recognized
Gate
that
Pack.
person probably didn't
Woo!
see it. And then he says, hey, you almost got me. Hey, no worries. Look for me next time, or look for them next time. Amazing job. Amazing.
All right, Daniel, stop talking. Stop talking. Stop looking at the screens, everybody. Welcome to the firehouse. We're going to go ahead and head to the classroom pretty soon, but make sure you click that sign in button by clicking that like button. It's the same thing, you know. You get credit for today's class. Let's go to the classroom, though. Kurt, how you doing? Fidelis. That's right, Burgundy. You guys got to click that join button, too, if you want to get the membership like Gate Pack. Yeah. Senior crew member, by the way. Senior crew member, that's... You don't even have to touch the bathrooms at that point. Don't even have to touch them at that point. Guys, typically what we do is we do classroom sessions every Tuesdays and Thursdays. During the week, you're going to see some premieres going up where we got some really good clips, got some good editing, a little bit more annotations involved when it comes to some of the things that we see. I've got about like 50 user-submitted videos I can utilize, though. So those are going to be coming up soon once we get some things situated. We got some other things coming. I got a whole new prototype trauma pack coming in, so I'm going to be testing that out. Can't wait, guys. There's a lot of cool things. Brian Miller, welcome to the crew, baby. Yeah. It's good to have you. It's good to have you. But yeah, we got a lot of things coming up. I've been working hard. Been working really hard. Can't wait to share, but obviously can't just yet. Woo. Just checking all these things. Just checking all. Okay. Phone looking good. Brian Miller. Yeah. First, Omar, first time watching live. Hopefully you like it. Let's go ahead and get the syllabus up on class. So what we have, actually, let's do this instead. Let's do, because I think we might have gotten some questions. Let's see if we got some questions. Because we post this up on the Patreon for patron members as a benefit. I posted it yesterday. Let's see. Do we get any questions? No questions. Nope, no questions today. So this is what it looks like up on Patreon. So you get a little bit early. So it says February 22nd at 1 p.m. That was yesterday. But you get to click this button right here, and you're going to get the PDF and everything. And you can ask your questions here, and I'll put this up on screen at the beginning of class while we get everybody filled in, and we'll do some answering of questions. But this is what it looks like. So this is the PDF. Well, this is the Word document, but with the PDF it comes out. But you get the link for today's class. You get the link of the actual video that we're going to be going over. Nice little message from me. We're going to talk about this black Victory rider. So the Victory motorcycle rider dude running into the intersection without looking. And then we have timestamps for the original video. So guys, we have all these things. I want you guys to be mentors also. Part of the Smart Rider Principles is being a, teaching and mentoring other motorcycle riders. So I'm kind of bringing you in on what I do. That way you guys can know what it is that... All right, let's see if we're back. Are we back yet? There we go. We'll see if this works. I reset it. Hey, it's live. Sometimes things like this happen. You know what I'm saying? Not a big deal. It's okay, everybody. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Because sometimes it happens. Sometimes you start something and it's like the connections aren't fully there. I know Nunya. I think the rookies keep chewing on things. I swear. We'll see how this works before we really jump into it. Because last thing I want is you guys to have a screwed up class. So what we have to do, though, is get 150 likes. It's just as simple as that. Can you take the MSF or the MSF? I'm assuming that's what you mean, Logan, during COVID. Some classes do have it. There's been classes going on this whole time. It's just they do their own restrictions and everything. Yeah, it depends on the location. I'm sorry, Nerks. Kurt L., you joined the crew. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Kurt L., welcome, baby. Raph, welcome too. All right, so let's go ahead and restart that thing. So what we have here is the Patreons, okay? So this is just a way to support the channel and what we do here. Besides doing, the YouTube memberships, you guys are being YouTube members. I'll go ahead and describe it real quick. But the main thing here is that I post the syllabus for the class prior. So this is what it looks like when you get to it. So you get the live stream link. You're going to get the video that we're going to be talking about. You get some of my things that we're going to be talking about. I got a medical AR for Thursday. So I talk about that in the Thursday syllabus, which will be going up tomorrow. But I'm going to test out another Moto Madness video. He was actually pretty cool. He messaged me on Instagram. And then these are the original timestamps for the video that we're actually going to be covering. So let's actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and click this so we can go to the video we're going to be covering. Come on now. Come on now. So we're going to be covering this video today. And that's where you get that, so you know what it is, and you can actually follow along with some of these things too. So it looks like we got quite a bit. So these are all close calls and crashes, maybe a few road rages that we're going to be covering. So look how many we have, everybody. It's pretty cool. But yeah, you get this early out on Patreon. Plus, you get my ebook for free, my very first ebook I ever made for free. You get a Discord role. You get a bunch of other stuff. So if you would like to sign up, click that button in the Chitty Chat. But if you want to just be a YouTube member, that's great. You get the mustache. It's only $2 and a few other things. Definitely a few other things. You get to look cool in the streams. If not, just click that like button, everybody. That's probably one of the biggest things. No matter who you are, click that like button. So that's what we're going to be going over some of these things. I'm going to go ahead and put this down here so I can keep it in my vision because I like to make sure I stay on track. That's what's helped me out quite a bit. But if you guys want to become patrons, please do so clicking that button. Plus, you get entered to win a gear giveaway. So it's kind of cool. All right, let's go ahead and go over here. Let's go ahead and move all these things over here. Where's the book? So when you join up, look at your thank you email, and you get the PDF download. It's also, I believe, pinned at the top. Yeah. If you have trouble, just message me, Raph. If you're on Patreon and you can't find it, just message me on Patreon and I'll get it to you. Became one over the weekend. Been enjoying reading the Discord. Kay, good. I'm glad you're having a great time. Discord's a lot of fun. Hello from new driver from Sweden's. How you doing, man? I'm gonna skip the intro. Whoa, what's up?
Let's see here.
There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right there. We'll just leave it right there. Get to MVA for the endorsement is a long way out. Ooh. Is it possible to like twice? Well, no. If you hit the like button, it shows that you liked it, but then you click it again, you unliked it. So it's kind of a bad deal right there. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's taking up a. Okay, this look good. I got my pen. Hi. Yep, got the pen. Good. I'm setting up for class. If you notice on the syllabus, everybody. Well, that's not the syllabus. That's the Patreons for the syllabus. If you notice on the syllabus, I setting up class. Okay? Let's try to get to 200 likes before we start, but, let's see how it goes. We're at 138. We're going to get started pretty soon. We had a nice little drop-off when I had to reset the stream. That's fine. I got my first bike or my license yet, but your videos are awesome and helpful. Thanks, Hank. Woo! Appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words. Been riding for 2 weeks now. Your videos have helped me. Guys, it's insane, Space Lord for Life. It's insane that these videos are actually it's not insane. It's the purpose of what I'm doing here. It's just I do this because I have a great time. Like, if I wasn't having a great time, playing Dan Dan the Fireman up here in the firehouse, then I wouldn't be doing it. I'm having a ton of fun. So to me, it's like whenever somebody says you did good or did this, did that, it's like, what? I'm just having too much fun. Maybe that's just the way it is. Muhammad Amar bin Alam Amwansia. I'm sorry, I'm trying, but thank you for entering the gear giveaway. You get the ebook. Check your email. Check that thank you note that you get. There's a link to the ebook for free. Woo-wee. My Voss helmet, guys, by the way, is coming in, I think, Thursday. You guys see the announcement I posted? You guys see the announcement I posted? Write in the comments if you saw the announcement. We're gonna start when we hit 200 likes. I'm having too much fun with you guys. Let me go ahead and try to get to the comments, or not the comments, but the community tab. There we go. You guys see this one? All right. So what I'm gonna do is 3 days ago, so it wasn't on the stream yet. So what I'm gonna do is I bought a Voss helmet. So first I contacted them. Let's go and just click that. So first I contacted them and I'm like, hey, you know, what's your helmet's all about? All this and this, and I shared with them what I wanted to do with it, and they're like, yeah, we definitely want to work with you. I'm like, hey, great. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy a helmet first. Don't send me one yet. I'm gonna buy one. If I like it, then we can continue on. So that's what I did. So, you know, it says to me yesterday, but it was 3 days ago. So I think it was Saturday I did it. And I bought myself a 988 Moto 1 Gloss. So I bought the least expensive full face helmet because I assume that's where a lot of beginners would go first. So I got the least expensive. I wanted white, so I got full white. Caleb, welcome to the crew, man. I got full white, and I got the pin lock, and I got another visor. So it's going to come with a silver visor, or a clear visor, and the chrome visor. So I got an extra visor and pin lock and a helmet for $200. So it's ECE. Now, here's the thing. Everything looks great. It's intermediate oval and everything. It looks great on paper. And that's what I put up here, is that it looks great on paper, but I need to have one in my hands to make that final decision. So before I even say go get one, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and test this thing out. I'm going to ride around for a day, full day, see how comfortable it gets or uncomfortable it is. Right now, I'm kind of reviewing the whole shipping process, the buying process. So far, it's been good. And I'm going to be testing out a few of these things, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a review. And if they are good, I don't do this normally. If they are good, my plan is to make Voss helmets or any helmet brand, if they want to, you know, come out here and have a good price point for my viewers and my crew, might be the official DDFM crew helmet. I mean, $200 for an ECE helmet with an extra visor, and it has a drop down, guys. It also has that drop down like smoked visor and pin lock for $200 ECE. Woo-wee! That's a pretty good price. So we'll see. I think it's about 3.5 pounds, so it's in the same weight. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I spent $200 myself. I don't even need a helmet, but I wanted to make sure it's good for you guys. Oscar, how you doing? I'm doing great. You have the iridium visor, Ace. How do you like it, Ace? Mm-hmm. So it has that little thing that you hit, and then it has like that fighter pilot thing on the inside, integrated. I think ECE 2205. I think it's 2205. I have to find out. Let's see. Let's just go to Voss helmets. I'll go ahead and. So this is the same helmet. It's just. Well, let's just actually get to the actual same helmet. There we go. So what I did, and the cool thing is you can do it in payments. Guys, it's not an endorsement yet. Jeez. It's not an endorsement because I haven't tested it out yet. So I got a medium pin lock. I went and got chrome, so it changes up on you. Oh yeah, so 2205. No, that's not it. EC 2205. And long due for an overhaul. See, that's interesting. 206 should be Yeah, it's about a year. 2206 should be up there soon. Arrive in a few months. So it looks like they might be updating things. So I'll go ahead and ask them that. That's a great question. Thanks, man. This is what I love about it. That's what I love about it. Prodigal. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be checking out. This is what I like about it, though. You get all these different things. It tells you everything, what you need. Anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's get to 200 likes. Let's go ahead and let's get started on this. Let's get started on this. We'll talk about that later when it's time to review it. Stop distracting me, class. Hey, stop it. Whew. Yeah, I'm going to see what they do if they get to 2206. 2205 has been around for a long time. So that's what I knew. I didn't even think 2206 was coming out. Interesting. Didn't look too bad with the video of the guy looking toward the helmet. Like this one? 700 Australian. Oh. Do you have a video on your day-to-day first aid pack? I have my first aid pack right here. Oh, you guys like my shorts? They're green. I'm wearing short shorts today. I got my first aid pack right here. Let's go ahead and make it bigger. So this is what my current one. I'm looking to get one a little bit smaller because there's a lot of dead space in here. So the other, geez, what is it stuck on? That's not fun. So the thing I want to do, see, there's a lot of dead space right here. So I just have nitrile gloves, one tourniquet. I got a face mask, trauma shears, a bunch of 4x4s, a bunch of cling, roll gauze, all that stuff. So so my goal is to make one a little bit smaller because this one fits in my my saddlebag. There's the old DFM crew patch. Thinking about making some new ones. But I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact. Not a lot of the craziness like this right here. It's a little too big. There's no reason to have that. You can have just the one I'm gonna get. So anyways, stop distracting me. All right, you get over here. But I'm gonna be doing videos on that. So I'm gonna be doing a video on how to apply tourniquet, how to put a 4x4 on a wound, and how to put pressure, and I'm gonna be doing all of that before I actually sell them. Okay. 200 likes, everybody. We're gonna get started. Let's see if everyone can hear it. Can you hear it?
All right, here we go.
You guys heard that? Okay, just making sure. You want to do surgery out in the field? Excuse me. Mr. Fear, miniature fire extinguisher in case engine overheats. You don't use an extinguisher on stuff that's overheat. You only do it for fires. If your bike catches fire, there's bigger problems. That bike's probably totaled, not maintained well. If it's an accident, like you got in a crash and then it catches fire, it's totaled at that point. Having an extinguisher, that's just adding a lot. I mean, there's a lot of situations that you want to be prepared for, but your vehicle on fire is at that point. It's just there's no reason to carry something. Now, it may be like in a car, that's not a bad deal, but on a motorcycle, you're starting to get into other issues. I wouldn't, basically. It's so rare that having it with you all the time is almost too much, to put a rider out, you have to think about it, though. Okay, that's a great question. So what typically do riders wear? If you wear leather gear, not very flammable. If you are wearing the mesh gear, that's going to melt. So you're going to have issues with that. Typically, it's not going to be like catching fire. If it's like a t-shirt's going to burn quicker before you can get your fire extinguisher out. So it's still not something I'd be too concerned about. Yeah, Nitrous Ninja, I know about that. That was a long time ago. I was a firefighter a long time ago, too. People talk crap about that. Anyways, here we go. let's go ahead and get started. Let's go and get started. Here we go. Yeah. All right, so this looks like a road rage.
Camera 2.
Yeah, good.
So real quick. Hi, hey, what's up? Let's get to it. So right away, he probably didn't have the camera on until turning it on right now. So we don't know what happened prior.
See here. All right, here we go.
Camera 2.
Yeah, good.
We got you both on Slow down.
Good.
Why are you driving fast over here?
First gear.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I do that.
You liar, we got you on camera.
First gear.
Slow down, dude. Please. Yeah.
First gear. Yeah.
Don't say please. No.
First gear. You can come over to my house if you want. We can all have a chat.
Let's talk right here. Why? You got quiet.
All he's saying is first gear, though.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
They could stay in the driveway. Is the street?
Neighborhood, dude.
Is the street a playground?
It's a neighborhood.
Yeah, I know.
Slow the
What it is? I know what it is. This isn't a playground.
Slow down.
This ain't a playground.
Slow down. It's a neighborhood.
Whatever, man.
Whatever. Get out.
Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
Verbal judo.
Whatever, man.
All right, so that was very cringe-inducing, but I understand it. You know, this rider Tice, he's surrounded by two large males. He's straddling the motorcycle. There's not much you can do, and these are all nervous laughs. Anybody else get that feeling? And these are nervous laughs. I've done it. You've done it. We've all done it. Typically, though, it's when you know you're kind of in the wrong. So I have a feeling when he says first gear, that's not de-escalating the situation. That's almost like putting it back on them. It's like, well, I was in first gear. It's like, well, they said you're speeding. Well, I was in first gear. There's no communication whatsoever.
Here we go.
Camera 2.
Yeah, good.
So he was saying something like, I got a camera on. So it looks like he probably didn't have the camera on until then, because that's when it started, unless he wanted to only share that part. And he's saying, we got a camera. These people are already here. He's already stopped. Why has he stopped? Because he was probably coming up. These two kind of blocked him in the roadway, so he stopped. They're agitated. Here's the thing. If they're this agitated, there must have been something. People typically don't get agitated like this for no reason. And if they do, then yeah, it's okay just to leave and kind of be like, okay, non-issue. But if you really truly want to know what the hell's going on, you need to start having actual communication. You need to start saying, hey, where are you coming from? Okay, you're upset that I might be going up and down the street. I understand. I will slow it down. I will keep it at 25. But I was going 25. You know, let's say you were going 25. So it's like I was going 25. It might look like it's faster. Might have been rev bombing. I'll go ahead and try to keep the peace. But still.
Good.
Why are you driving fast over here?
First gear.
So I normally go 10 to 15 miles per hour leaving my neighborhood. Words matter. This was edited afterwards, obviously. He edited it. I normally go. So you didn't say I went 10 to 15 miles per hour leaving the neighborhood. You said I normally go. So I have a feeling there's a little bit of guilt applied when you started doing this. And I'm speaking from my own perspective. If I ever say I normally go and I edit it in and then export it, it's like, I know I didn't. So I'm going to make sure my words actually mean what I say. This right here, I think he was going faster than 10 to 15.
You liar, we got you on camera.
First gear.
So it's like he called me a liar. You know, I'm the motorcycle guy. Called me a liar and said that he's got me on camera. Okay, then I say first gear. That doesn't mean anything. Going too fast is too fast.
Slow down, dude. Please.
First gear. Yeah.
Don't say please. No.
First gear. You can come over to my house if you want. We can all have a chat.
Let's talk right here. Why are you speeding? There's kids here, dude.
I grew up in the neighborhood. I know everyone. I don't speed through. Well, I'm assuming he did. There's kids in the neighborhood. So then he starts saying, well, the street's not a playground. You're telling a father what to do and what not to do with his kids. You're starting to run into some issues here.
Yeah. They could stay in the driveway. Is the street?
You're basically telling that's why the guy on the far right is having a nice little smirk. It's like you're telling fathers to have their kids stay in the driveway so you can haul ass up and down. I'm assuming that this guy right here, that's a circle, owns this thing right here. So he understands performance vehicles. So he understands that there's the need for speed and wanting to go fast, but there's a time and place for it. In the neighborhood is not the place to do it.
Dude.
Is the street a playground?
It's a neighborhood.
Yeah, I know.
Slow the
What it is? I know what it is. This isn't a playground.
Slow down.
So this is why a lot of communications break down. This is why a lot of people get agitated. Thankfully, everyone over here walked away. They're deciding to walk away. They're the more mature ones in this situation. I'm sorry, but Tice, man, you need to learn or grow up.
This ain't a playground.
Slow down. It's a neighborhood.
Whatever, man.
Whatever. Get out.
Whatever, man.
It's embarrassing.
Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
All right, so we're gonna move on to this. Coffee breaks, nice victory. Hauling ass. There's that side of the vehicle.
Oh my god.
Come on, man.
My god, dude. You can't run like that in traffic, bro.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that was a pretty simple situation.
Man.
So we're at a red light right now, so it's gonna be green light for us. We see that big white truck, not slowing down too much, and it's the side of the vehicle. It's pretty. You can understand that, right, guys? Orange stage right here. Pay attention. Don't go just because it's green. Boom, it hits green. We're gonna go ahead and start hauling ass. You see how that truck still hasn't slowed down or stopped? Now we hope they're gonna stop right here. Doesn't look like he's gonna do it. This person right here just says, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. There's that path of travel violation. You guys need to understand is that you should wait until, you could still creep in, but kind of wait until that freaking vehicle stops. Okay, you need to slow it down a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and accelerate into it. Now he's gonna have to adjust what he's doing. He's gonna have to swerve, navigate. So going from an orange stage straight into a red stage because we weren't paying attention, that we put ourselves in our own situation. We put ourselves in this situation when we got close to that white vehicle. Now, hopefully they stopped. Well, it doesn't look like they did. They're just going to go ahead and go. They're not too concerned, so we're going to have to swerve out of the way. We put ourselves there, and coffee breaks. I'm assuming this rider paid attention and said you can't be doing that.
Oh my god.
So be like the sport bike rider. Like, you know, Mike R., go ahead and be like the sport bike rider.
My god, dude. You can't run like that in traffic, bro.
Nope.
Come on, bro.
All right, so we're moving here, riding an Indian Scout, it looks like. Highway mergers. Okay, there's that vehicle way over there. Look at that. We're getting closer. Good head check, good head check. He's going to switch lanes. Adapted to the situation, planning his ride. Now, why do you think this person's doing this? Good braking. Good braking. Woo-wee. Good job. So we're going to go ahead and talk real quick about this. Now, he's not using a rock form mount. Go ahead and grab yourself a rock form mount. Links in the description with the discount. But looks like he's recording. Looks like he's recording the whole situation. We're using Indian Scout. Could have ABS, not ABS. This might be some motorcycle-specific gear. I don't know if this is... these are normal jeans and look like normal boots, little alligator boots. So get yourself some full gear, be a smart rider. But here's the thing, he was being situationally aware, did a good job on this part. So we see that vehicle way up there, way up there. Now it looks like we might be intersecting. You can kind of start understanding and orienting yourself, and things are starting to do this. How many times, guys, you know this, playing football, you're going to try to collide with somebody and tackle them. It's almost the same thing with this. When I say football, I mean American football, not that soccer stuff. Anyways, moving on, and we're going. So he's going to do a head check. Good job doing a head check. He needs 360 situation awareness. Checked his mirrors, now checked his blind spot. He's going to move over because he recognized that he's going to be getting closer and closer and closer. Very good. Now take a look. We're getting to a point where we're starting to see that normal pattern. We have an open lane right here. Pretty awesome, right? Everybody wants an open lane. This Jeep is going to get right behind this vehicle. Now, this vehicle, I don't know what speed they're going, but either way, if I was the Jeep myself, I wouldn't want to be behind that vehicle. I would want to go ahead and get into this lane. So since I know that, being empathetic to other people's wants and needs, it's a huge thing. You guys need to start learning to be a little bit more empathetic. That way you can start recognizing these things. So empathetic to his wants and needs, he's going to want to go there. If that's the case, we should go ahead and decelerate to allow them in, or just be prepped and ready just in case they want to come in. So cover that front brake, find your escape routes, which is quite easily just that little shoulder. So just be prepared for it. They may or may not do it, but it looks like they did. Before this person even crossed the line, we already perceived, reacted. Did an amazing job. So he is very, very, very situationally aware. And then from here, if we couldn't slow down in time, we were like up to here and this vehicle wants to hit us, what we can do is still decelerate, and if we had to, we can get over here. Now, these rumble strips might be a little scary, but the thing is, that's an escape if we had to, then get back into our lane as soon as we possibly could. He did a, whoa. The hell was that? Anyways, good job on this rider. David Burke did an amazing job. 2018 Indian Scout, Jacksonville, Florida. Boom! We're going to move on to the next. All right, move over here. We're going to lane filter. Doesn't show the state. Okay, not a real lane filter. Watch out, side of the vehicle, or not side of the vehicle, merge issue. This pattern right here. Don't protect your lane, dude. Don't protect your lane. Don't protect your lane. So we're gonna get up to here. So it wasn't a lane split. So we're gonna get around this vehicle, still kind of sharing that lane there. Now just looking at this, we have an amazing line of sight. We could see super far. We have an amazing lane space cushion. Geez, it's a little early for me, I guess. But we have this vehicle right here going slow. It's always a Prius going slow. We have this vehicle right here. Taking a quick look at this, like, man, I kind of like that spot. I really do like that spot. What I'm going to do is wait until after the intersection or when I feel like it, and I'm going to go ahead and get into that spot. Car drivers don't see us. They typically don't see us, and there's nothing we can really do about that. Right, Ryder? Yeah. There's nothing we can really do about that. So we have to be absolutely sure of what we are doing, our training, what we need to do to keep ourselves safe. And this right here is a pattern that we need to recognize. We're in orange stage because we are prepped and ready for intersections, but we're going to get closer and closer and closer and closer, and we're going to get into their blind spot. So even if they did look, they probably didn't see us. So let's go and see what that looks like. So getting nice open spot. This is that pattern. Still stay in orange stage. Now we're going to get closer and closer and closer to that blind spot. This is a blind spot right here. Okay, now the cool thing with this whole situation, if we just decelerated just a little bit, we would never have gotten close. So here's the thing. So here's that bumper. So right now, if that person decided to switch lanes and we both maintained speed, nobody would have gotten hit. It would have been really close. They would have taken our space cushion away. But right here, we're still fine. So what I don't want you guys to do is to accelerate and get yourself in that position, stay next to side by side, just so you can yell at the driver. Because you're still in the path of travel. Right now, we are not. Right now, we're still good. So either maintain this or decelerate so that you can increase this and you'll be out of danger. Now, if for some reason you didn't see it until the last second, you always have an escape path over here. Okay, you have an escape path on this bus lane, so I don't know what that is, but you can go ahead and do that. So we accelerated into it. It's not a good situation. Whew. Right, Nunya? Common sense isn't. Common sense is not common. Exactly, Paul. Just because we can't accelerate faster than the car doesn't mean we always should. 100% agree. Thank you, Kay. Now, remember, deceleration on a motorcycle is pretty easy. You roll up the throttle, you got that engine braking. Then you also have progressive brake pressure with that front brake. You can slow down pretty damn quick, guys. Right? You can slow down pretty quick. You can also accelerate really quick. The one thing we don't have, because those are our strengths, swerving, acceleration, braking. Pretty nimble on a motorcycle. One thing we don't have is a cage. And since we don't have a cage, extremely dangerous for us. Extremely dangerous for us. So it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Andre Modija. Here we go. Okay, green arrow for us. We're going. Okay, merge issue. Watch out. They might want to switch into our lane. Okay, we just jumped 3 lanes. That's fine. Whatever. We get pissed at people when they do that to us. Okay, intersections. Watch out for left turners. There it is. Good braking. Good progressive brake pressure. Stopped himself from getting hit. Get out of... Go. Get out of the intersection. Stop looking at them like it's a... This is why you need to know your startup's procedures. Woo. All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about this one. This one's good. There's a few things that I would have done differently, and there's a few things that I think was really good. Yeah, the ABS kicked in hard. So this is one of those things that if you don't have good progressive brake pressure and you activate a ton of ABS every time you brake, you need to start practicing your braking, okay? You don't want to activate ABS. ABS is just a safety net. If you keep activating, what happens if it fails? It's a possibility. It could fail. And then, boom, you dump the bike with a panic brake. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's stalled too. So we're going to go ahead and turn left. I always watch out for these people because they do that. They jump multiple lanes. You're supposed to go in this first available lane. That is going to be the safest thing, and that is what everyone anticipates and what they want you to do, so you don't confuse other motorists. We get pissed when other motorists don't do that because it confuses us, pisses us off, and then panics us. So make sure we do what we say we want others to do and just go in the first available lane. So we don't, and you know what? That's perfectly fine. You do you, but let's not get mad at people. So we're going to get up to here. It's an intersection. Now, I'm assuming the arrows that are on here indicate that it's no left. It's a red arrow for us. So I'm assuming it's a red arrow for them. So this person doesn't pay attention. So this is why I don't like making sure like, oh, you got to stick to the rules, stick to the rules. You should when it comes to you, but don't anticipate others to do it. Okay? It's as simple as that. You follow the rules. Don't expect others to follow the rules. When you follow the rules, people understand what you're doing. When others don't follow the rules, you understand that they're not going to follow the rules. So you have to be doubly trained. You have to be trained to follow them, and then you have to be trained to do, or trained to know what to do when somebody else doesn't follow them. So this person is going to go ahead and turn left in front of us. And why do we go into orange stage when it comes to intersections? It's because of stuff like this. You can never trust that somebody's going to be paying attention. Never, ever, 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 ever. For a new motorcycle rider, new driver, new person on the road, pay attention to these things. Never trust that they're going to do what they're supposed to do. So you need to have the skills to mitigate that. So if this person comes out like this, you now have to stop between that or find a way to swerve around them. So swerving, braking. So you go into orange stage going into this. So you're prepped and ready for anything. So you're covering the brakes. You're finding escape paths. You are navigating things if you have to. So plan your ride when it comes to this. So when you see this right here, as soon as you see that, apply the brake pressure. Okay? Just apply brake pressure to buy yourself some time. Because if you think you're going to be able to accelerate through this, you're already way behind it. You're going to get hit. You're going to get T-boned. You're going to collide with somebody. Don't try to beat them across the intersection. What you need to do is utilize your brake pressure. Okay, we're going 30 miles an hour. We can handle stopping with this or slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, and then swerving if we had to. We can do that. We can definitely do that. You hear that? That's the ABS. ABS kicked in. So thankfully he has ABS on his Kawasaki Ninja 650. This is why I always recommend ABS for any motorcycle you're getting on, just in case. This person right here, so we slow down, we have ABS kicking in. Let's say they don't stop, or let's say they do stop. So this is that line. You see where it's the dotted line. Do we go past it? Let's see. Doesn't look like we went past it. Doesn't look like we went past it. So right here, we were able to stop in time, thankfully. Whew. We would have collided if we didn't have good progressive brake pressure. So when I noticed when we were going 30 miles an hour, now let's say we're going 40. What do you think would happen? Class, what do you think would happen if we're going 40? If we were going 50? If we were speeding in the intersection? Let's go back a little bit right here. I wonder what the speed limit is. Let's see if we can find the speed limit. No, I don't see the speed limit. It looks like we're going 35. He's decelerating. Look, he went from 36 to 30. What do you guys think? If he didn't do that and he just kept accelerating, do you think he would have hit? So this is actually a smart rider. Andre, you're actually a smart rider. Very situationally aware. Good progressive brake pressure. Did good. Just apply even more if you had to. I'm sure ABS saved his life. Amar, welcome to the gear giveaway. Join patreon.com/DanandTheFireman to enter the gear giveaway. Woo. All right, Hank PNS going through Australia with the V-Star 650, going over a crest and blind turn. Oh, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. Now you got to accelerate at that point to get out of there. That was pretty good. That was really good. So we're going through this area right here. Now this is a blind turn. We don't know exactly what's going on. He's maintaining a good line. He's maintaining good fundamental skills. He's situationally aware. He's looking through the turn, doing a good job. There's that side of the vehicle. Okay, this is when we start to be a little prepared, a little bit more, you know, because now we have curves and an intersection at the same time. Very dangerous. Just by themselves, very dangerous. So we're going over here, and we start to notice that this vehicle crossed that white line. It's pretty scary. You know, the vehicle over here crossing the white line. So that means they're starting to move into the path of travel. So now at this point, we have to figure out a few things. What are we going to do? Okay, what lane position we in? All right, we're in decent lane position. Lane position 2, I love lane position 2 when it comes to cornering. I like to just stay in it, middle, 2, 2, 2. I don't care about doing inside, outside, any of that stuff, because this is going to give me the best space cushions to my left and my right. Anyways, I talk about that all the time. What we're going to be doing is we're going to go to here, and we're traveling. We see that this person's coming out. All he did was slightly negotiate to get himself in lane position 1. So he positioned himself for safety. He located this hazard. So positioned himself for safety was lane position 2. Located this hazard right here. He's going to adapt to the hazard. That's what this whole moving over to lane position 1 is. And he just gets himself out of that situation. He already knows he's going to beat them because it takes quite a bit for a vehicle like this to get up and going. And he knows he knows his skills. So he did a great job with this. Very good job, Hank. You see how we got to here, and he knows he's going to be able to escape, so he's going to go and let him know, hey, what a dum-dum. He got himself in safety, out of danger first, then he went and went. I can't even speak today. He went and went. Whew. Renzi, make me look good. Make me look good. You did great. All right, Kiev, what are we doing here? Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing here? Whoa, side of the vehicle. You are so lucky. Woo! Check your pantalones on that one. All right, so here's the thing. We're in an intersection. We're in an area where, you know, there's obvious vehicles, obvious types of path of travels. We're going to get going. We're going to be hauling ass. I don't know if this is miles per hour or not. But as soon as 183 in third gear, we're going to start applying the brakes because we see the side of the vehicle up ahead. Now, this is like the scene that you don't want to see. A little turtle head poking out, and then we have 149. It's like this is like the moment prior to a fatal accident. This is terrible. Thankfully, I was able to find an escape path. Jeez, find an escape path. Thankfully, this vehicle is huge. It's a long truck. Luckily, this vehicle is like, oh crap, there's somebody coming at me. I got to accelerate a little bit to get out of your way. Imagine if he was just a split second sooner. Boom, dead. Dead. I've seen it. It's terrible. So he's finding an escape path at 116. You guys shouldn't have to deal with that. You really shouldn't have to. If you're doing the speed limit, you're not going to have to do swerving practice at 116. You can do swerving practice at 30 or 40. It's not going to be the biggest issue. But he found an escape path. He started applying, it looks like a little bit of the brakes because you're starting to shake a little bit. And this is the escape path that he found. Super lucky. Very, very lucky. And that's the thing. I don't want to rely on luck. Never want to rely on luck when I'm out riding. Ever, ever, ever. I only want to rely on my skill. Love having my GPS just for that reason right there. Grab yourself a rock form mount. Love mine. Oh, good braking. Didn't dump the bike. Stupid Ford. So it's green, or it's going to be green for us. So it's red right now. You see the yellow. So I like to anticipate too. So I always look at this. I'm like, okay, when is it going to turn for me? Okay, cool. And I get ready. I do the same thing. Boom, it's going to be green for us. Green arrow. So that means we get to go. So we're looking left. We're actually looking over here, not where we need to turn in, because he's double checking, making sure everybody's stopped. That's the biggest thing. Once you get out of these people's path to travel, you can go ahead and look exactly where you want to go. Remember, utilize your peripheral vision for most of your stuff. Your focal vision is looking for dangers and hazards. Okay, you shouldn't have to look at every single spot on the road where you're traveling. Use that to search areas, search things, look at mirrors. You're constantly scanning, but then your peripheral vision is making sure you're oriented to the area and situation. So right now, the biggest hazards is this intersection. We're getting closer. And he sees that vehicle way above me right here. not slowing down. Okay, pretty scary. So what he's going to do, he's only going 11 with his nice cup right there and satellite navigation for the Mars rover. But he's going to go ahead and apply some progressive brake pressure. Okay, but a little bit of skid, not a big deal. He's only going 11. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stopped. Now, let's say this person did not stop. That would have been close. Very close. Thankfully, he was able to stop, though. Whew, good job on Kyle E. So, Peyton Simpson, hey, Dan, do you ever become discouraged seeing all these types, these avoidable accidents, there you go, that are usually all caused by the same avoidable mistake? Yes, I get a little agitated. I get a little discouraged. But here's the thing. Typically what I see is a lot of new riders doing a lot of things that they think is the right thing to do. So I can't be mad at them because they are probably good people, very good people. They just don't have that training that is safety oriented and risk management style. What they have is they see moto vloggers on Moto Madness and stuff. I'm not saying this is it, but and they see people getting angry. They see people cars pulling out in front of the other vehicles. They see people getting angry, punching mirrors, and it's just like the blame is not on them. So they think that is the right way of doing things. I don't think it's the right way of doing things, so I'm just giving them a different option. Is it discouraging to me a little bit? Sometimes, because I mean, it's almost job security where I constantly see new people doing this. So my goal is to be as big as possible in terms of YouTube and whatever, and get as many eyeballs, so the most views as possible, because what I'm trying to say is something different than what the norm is. That's my whole process, my whole goal, and it's going to discourage me all the time. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. So let's go ahead and jump into this. That was a great question, by the way. So we're moving right here. Okay, intersection's good. Head checks. What are we honking the horn for? Somebody behind us? Okay, pay attention to what's in front because that's what's pertinent. Decelerate, let him get in front. Decelerate, let him get in front. Handle it that way. Okay, we're gonna move on. We don't need to focus on this. There, now you can see him ahead. All right, moving on. Moto Volta from Greece. Hey, Greece. Good head checks, looking forward. Good job. Give yourself a good space cushion from all the vehicles on the right. So move over to the left a little bit more. Slow it down. We got a lot of people going in and out. Great swerve. Could have handled it a little bit better, but I liked it. Anyways, moving on to outskirts rider. Low visibility with the rain, traction issues. Can't see past the vehicle very much. Okay, brake lights. That means you should probably brake light. Oh, whoa, whoa, wee-wah. Woo! All right. So we're going to be moving on this one. And you see how you can barely see the headlights coming around that crest of the hill and that blind corner? That's when you should start thinking to yourself, my gut is telling me something that's uncommon, that is different, that might be, my vision is kind of screwy. That if you ever get that feeling, just roll off the throttle a little bit and then put yourself in a position for safety. So what are the main causes of incidents in this specific situation here? Well, obviously we have somebody coming out this way. Okay, whatever. We have vehicles in this lane. Vehicles are dangerous. We have an intersection basically like this. Okay, cool. So you can see typically people coming out of here, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm concerned about all these vehicles in the other lane and then maybe anybody behind me, but it looks like we're going pretty fast. So here's the thing. I'm concerned about anybody over here, and if I see a bunch of lights like that, maybe somebody's going to want to pass at some point. Doesn't matter if they should or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and position myself for safety. I'm going to be off to the side a little bit because it gives me this massive space cushion over here. That gives me plenty of room. So all I can do, though, at this point, I can't swerve left because I'm going to hit a curb. So what I can do is decelerate or accelerate while in this line right here. So that's all I can do. So when I see this, that's my biggest concern. There's that uncommon thing in a common situation. If we zoom in on here, thank you. What we have is this vehicle in our lane. Headlights in our lane is not a good idea, not a good thing. That's the uncommon thing in a common situation. Definitely be prepared. Definitely be over here if you're not already. I don't know why it's an arrow, but definitely be over here if you're not already. And then, yes, then decelerate a little bit. You don't want to get closer to this vehicle quicker. You want to stay away from it as long as you possibly can. You both are traveling towards each other, so you are the one able to decelerate. And it's as simple as that. But you did a great job. Not much you could have done. It's a little scary. You see how the rider in front already positioned himself a little bit better? Woo! Scary, scary, scary. All right, nighttime riding, low visibility, a lot of lights in our eyeballs, a lot of brake lights. So there's that open lane. Good braking. Swerve, swerve, swerve.
Мудак, что ли, блядь, совсем, а? Зеркала тебе нахуя надо, блядь, а?
Yeah.
Нормальные, блядь, я несу.
Woo-wee. All right, so we're gonna be traveling through here. Now, intersections, you know that we're coming up to it because of all the brake lights. You can actually see a little bit of the intersection. So we should be in orange stage, especially at a low light situation, even though we look like we have brights or really good low beams. So we're traveling, and you can see a bunch right here. And on the camera, it's gonna be a little different. When you're actually there, you can see it a little bit more clearly. But we have a bunch of vehicles in this lane, and then our lane is wide open. Okay, that's that pattern we talk about. Be very careful with those things. So when we get close to this, what I would have preferred him to do instead of being in this lane position, if we're going to stay in this lane, I would have moved over to here. I would have, as soon as I saw that pattern, I would have moved over here to the right. Just in case, just so I can have a better space cushion. So he's going to apply the brakes though. He did good with his braking. But like I said, I would rather be over here. So if I couldn't brake in time, hopefully I could do this or brake, 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 and then swerve into the next lane. That's what I would have preferred to do. Planning a ride, it takes some forethought. And this is why we're going over these videos, not to armchair quarterback, but to see the mistakes, to see the things that went well, to see the things that was obvious, not what we should be doing. And we're trying to just take what's good out of everything and then pretty much make the best recipe for success and then utilize that moving forward for us. So the more stuff we see that is bad, the more stuff we know that we can get rid of. The more stuff we see is good, the more stuff we need to reinforce with our own training. If we find something that's new that is good, boom, we add it to our training. If we find something else that is bad, that is brand new to us, boom, we know something else not to do. That is the whole point of an after action review. So I absolutely love watching these. It does agitate me a few times, but that right there, braking and then slowly swerving. Thankfully, this person stopped. I don't want to trust that. But still, did a great job, got himself out of there. The black thing in my ear, it's a headphone. Ah! It's a little Bluetooth headphone or a headset so I can hear. So I don't have this big old headset on me. All right, so that was pretty simple. Let's go back just a little bit. All right, so we're moving here, and it's obvious this person wants to get in our lane. Let's not fight it. Let them in by decelerating. Just be a courteous driver. And here's the thing. We're going to switch lanes. Oh, we're not. We're just going to be doing this. Now we switch lanes. So at the end of the day, the lane didn't matter to you. Did it? So then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're married to this lane, so we cannot leave this lane. At least that's what it seems like when it comes to this motorcycle rider right here. We don't want anybody in our lane. We also don't want ever to leave our lane. We also see that he does leave his lane later, so it's not really a big issue. So why are we fighting for this lane if all we had to do is switch lanes anyways? I don't understand this. We're going to see this vehicle using the blinkers. They want to get in. Be a courteous driver. Be a courteous rider. Practice this when you're on a motorcycle. Practice this when you're in a car. Just roll off the throttle. You know that they're going to want to get into your lane. You know from your good line of sight, since you can probably see around this if you're in a better line of sight, if you just switch lanes, go ahead and accelerate and get past all of them. More than likely, this vehicle wants to turn left at some point, which is what we see later on. Just understand the flow of traffic. Stop being a stick in the mud. Stop trying to stop things. Go ahead and move with the flow. That's the whole point of being a courteous and defensive rider. Move with the flow. So we see this. Blinker, decelerate, let him in, then switch lanes to the right. So this is the problem I have now. Okay, boom, they took our lane. Look at our space cushion. Look at our line of sight. If this person slammed the brakes, boom, we hit them, and guess who's at fault? We are. We should have maintained a good space cushion. If somebody does this and you didn't anticipate it or you didn't want it, and they still did this, and you did everything good, you're not honking the horn, you're doing whatever you need to do that's the right thing. Just switch lanes. Either switch lanes or decelerate so that you can increase that space cushion and then get back into the flow of traffic. Either way, you need a space cushion and good line of sight. Boom, look at that. Line of sight on the right side. That lane is open. Move over to the right lane. You are putting yourself in safety at that point. You're not fighting anything. So he did a head check. So he's concerned about that. We got brake lights up ahead. Scary, scary, scary. Doing a head check. He's going to switch lanes. Nope, he's not. He's going to stay in this lane just so he can agitate this Toyota. Okay, we aren't supposed to be doing this, everybody. So the whole thing right there... I'm trying to teach a class, and you're right. I'm getting a little discouraged. This is ridiculous. See, that's the thing, is he's going to switch lanes anyway. So it's like, whatever, man. Jeez. All right, so hopefully this is going to make me laugh. All right. I just said a smile. Just need a smile. Smile. All right, so he's having some fun, whatever, non-issue. Okay. Looks like we keep going back in circles. Seems like we keep going in circles and agitating people.
Is that where you live?
Ain't where I live.
Okay. Look, I won't want it back. So while you're riding that damn thing,
Oh, we done.
Oh yeah, we was done.
Yeah.
But that's very nice of you.
I really appreciate it though.
Yeah.
I just didn't have one for right now. I'm waiting to order one.
you can use my son until yours comes in.
Are you sure about that?
This,
I live
my
right
son,
there.
I want you to know. that-
She lives right there.
I live right there.
Well, then,
I'll make sure you get it back.
You're welcome to use it. I don't want to see you riding that bike without it.
All right.
Period.
I got you. See,
All right, all right.
Cool. I like it.
Get yours come in.
Glad.
Live with that trailer right there.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'll come drop it to you.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much.
All right.
Put it
I'm going
on,
to smile
see if it
about
fits.
this one.
Yeah.
Woo! Love it.
See if you know how to put
See
it
if it
on.
fits.
Stretch it with your thumbs.
Hey, it fits.
It's a
Now,
good tight fit.
I don't see you sitting on the thing again without it.
Yes, sir.
Or without one on it.
I'm gonna make sure you get your helmet back.
Very good. Very good.
No, he's gonna have his order by then.
Yeah, I'm just
Well,
waiting on mine to get shipped and ordered.
Keep it, hey look, keep it, honestly, do not ride that thing without it.
Yes, sir.
Tell you something else, both of y'all do. Go get you some gloves and some knee pads.
Yeah, I got my knee pads at the house. I forgot them.
I'm just waiting on all my.
You don't
safety
realize
to
how
come
bad that breastplate saved your ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
I'm gonna look around, see if it's
Wow.
still around.
He's a smart.
Some of his safety gear.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You too.
You too.
Stay safe.
Yes, sir.
He's a smart rider.
Hey, that's
Smart
nice,
driver.
sir.
Very nice. Love it. Faith restored. All right, moving on to the next one. Tatsuka, don't agitate me on this one. Okay, we're having some fun side of the vehicle. Be prepared for that. Woo! Why are we going to the extra lane? Oh, because we're trying to exit. We're going a little fast there, man. We're going a little fast. All right, so we're going to go through this. Roundabouts are not your personal race tracks practicing your knee down crap. We're not doing that here. So we're going to get into here. We're jumping lanes like crazy. And we're going to go from the inside lane to the outside lane when we could have just stayed there. I'm assuming the inside lane with most roundabouts is you kind of stay in the inside lane until you exit, which obviously he's exiting here. But the thing is, he could have just stayed in that outside lane. All right. So anyways, he's going to do this. Good progressive brake pressure in the turn. Shouldn't be going as fast, so maybe we wouldn't have had this issue, but he still did good progressive brake pressure by straightening it up. So he straightened it up, squeezed, and he was able to stop. Thankfully, he didn't dump the bike because that would have sucked, but he didn't completely stop. He's going to swerve around it. This driver is completely surprised that there was a motorcycle rider there. We have unintentional blindness issues, motion-induced blindness issues, plus we're going fast around these corners. And just take a look at what he's doing. We're accelerating super fast. And I understand RPMs and the sound of everything is not indicative of how fast you're going. But just take a look at this new area. So we got past the roundabout, whatever. Now look at this. We have a one-way road. We're accelerating through super fast. I'm going to assume that. We have possibilities of anybody coming out. We have somebody here, a pedestrian. We got another intersection coming up. We're not riding within the... I did that again. Jeez. We're not riding within the conditions present. Definitely not riding within conditions present. We need to start slowing it down, getting to orange stage, doing all those things. All right, moving on with this one in the Netherlands. Okay, we're going the speed limit. Okay, we're going with the flow of traffic. Very good. Good line of sight. Switching lanes. Had an indicator. Good. Watch out for this person. Blind spot. Decrease. Found an escape path. Did a great job. Hey, did a great job. Sometimes these things happen, but If you prevent yourself from getting into a crash by doing this right here is amazing. He found an escape path. If you prevent yourself from getting in a crash, it's a win. It's an absolute win. But when you put yourself in these situations and then you get yourself out of them, you need to start learning, oh, I should try to prevent it in the first place because I don't want to have to keep trying to get myself out of them. If you have 100 close calls a year, hopefully none of them is going to be a crash. I'd rather have maybe 5 to 10 close calls a year because I have a greater chance of not getting into a crash. So this right here, he's doing what he needs to do. Great space cushion. This is a smart rider, by the way. This is a very good one. Great space cushion. He's going with the flow of traffic. He's got his indicator all ready because he's going to and look how far away he's doing his indicator. He's indicating way ahead of time to let everybody know I'm getting off. Very good. So we're going to do that. Indicator, indicator, indicator. Switched over as soon as we could. He's going to go ahead and accelerate now so he can. You know, he's just going to get it to the spot. He was still going with the flow of traffic with the vehicle, that white van. And now we have this person right here, though. We have this person technically kind of in our blind spot area. Okay, very scary situation. You don't know what they're doing. They might just go into this lane. Non-issue at that point, but still be aware. Orange stage, orange stage, orange stage. The only thing we have to deal with on interstates like this is merging issues, okay? So right here, I gotta get rid of that. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Moving over. Now we're in the blind spot. It's obvious that he's doing it. Instead of the horn, Ztech and Space Lord for Life, instead of the horn, go ahead and roll off that throttle. Apply a little bit of brake pressure just to let them in because they're going to accelerate too. They're pretty, not agitated, but they're pretty nimble. They'll get out of there. Okay, so this is why I want you to apply that brake pressure because look at the space cushion we have. Not very good, but if you can't stop in time, do what he did. Use the emergency shoulder if you have it. Utilize it. Very good. He didn't fight for his lane. You notice how he didn't stay right here to punch the mirror? He didn't fight for his lane. He got himself in a position for safety. Very good. Now, at this point, go ahead and roll off that throttle to get back into your lane because you don't know how long this area is going to be, and you don't know if there's any debris in this area. So go ahead and decelerate and get back into your lane after this vehicle. Did a good job. Did an amazing job. Would a rock mount fit that bike with clip-ons? Yeah, it might, but they do have a sport bike mount now. They do have a sport bike mount. So go ahead and grab yourself a rock form mount. They have sport bike mounts. They have handlebar mounts. They also have a new adapter for those like 1-inch balls from Ram Mount. So you can do that. Pretty cool. All right, we've already done this one, so we can skip this one. Somebody's going to pull out. Did a great job. Turning, yep. Good job with the swerve. Got himself out of there. Like I said, close calls are wins compared to crashes.
Oh.
All right, watch out. I have a feeling this person's going to come into our lane. There it is. All right. Got a little agitated there.
Oh.
All right, so Bad Ideas Brigade, we're going to be riding our Suzuki Bandit 1250S. Woo! Have a little bit of fun. So we're getting closer and closer and closer to this person right here. We're getting into their blind spot. That's a dangerous area. You do not want to be in this area. So what you can do is decelerate to get back to where we were or accelerate to get ourselves like up here so we're at least in the vision. The problem with acceleration in this point is if we get ourselves here to be in this person's vision, we just diminished our space cushion with this vehicle up ahead. Whoa, it's a little laggy. It's a little laggy there. Come on now. It's like the internet. Whew. Let's go ahead and talk about that again. So what we can do, we got a little laggy. Right now we're getting into the blind spot right here. So what we can do is we can accelerate to get ourselves out of it and get up to here, or we can decelerate to maintain that line that we had earlier. So if we accelerate, one of the big issues that we have with accelerating, if we accelerate into here to get into this person's vision, is that now we have a small space cushion with the vehicle in front, and we're next to this vehicle. So we're kind of boxed in if we accelerate into that area. So that's why I like to just decelerate in almost all cases. You can decelerate and just say, you know what, I'm going to just keep doing that. Because at the end of the day, if this person takes off or they come into our lane and we're back here decelerated, and then what we can do is switch lanes and then accelerate because we're on a motorcycle. Remember, we're nimble. We can constantly just do whatever we need to do. We don't need to just stay in areas and stay. It's a long day, everybody. Stay put. It's a long freaking day. I'm trying to teach class here. I think this video just like made me stupider. Whew. Anybody else feel that same way? This video right here, it just made me dumb. Man. What did you say, Prodigal? What did you say? Yeah, edge of the sky. Yeah. Yeah, first video, man. What the heck is... Villain. Yeah, the license plate. All right. Yeah, I need a dogfish head. I need a beer. All right, so we're moving on to this one. We're in Surrey, United Kingdom. So Bailey, here we go. It's going around a corner. Whoa! Didn't see it until last second. What do you guys think? I don't know, Prodigal. I don't know what happened. Why did we see it last second, everybody? All right, so we're going through this corner right here, and then boom, we have vision problems. We got that sun in our eyes. You can barely even see the vehicle. Barely see it, but we don't know if they're in our lane or not. Exactly, Damari, sun. So we're going a little wide, though. Look how wide we went in that turn. So we're just having too much fun. Maybe not counter steering. Maybe got distracted. Target fixated. All these different things. At the last second, though, he went out of brown, back into red. Swerved to the left. Look how close. Look how close that was. Woo-wee. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Gotta check your pantalones on that one. Alright. Diego Duke. Alright. Oh, car. Okay, good. Oh. Got rear-ended. Is he blaming him? Oh, maybe. I think he might have gotten hit. Anybody translate this for me? I think the white van hit him, which hit the motorcycle rider. I think that's what happened. So that's one of those big scary things, is that let's go ahead and get back. We already know what happened. So let's say that we're a motorcycle rider, but we're now in the black car's position. The black car is the motorcycle. So just swap it. So if we got rear-ended by that white van, we were pretty much destroyed, but then now we also got hit so hard we hit the vehicle in front, so we got sandwiched. This is why I like to position myself off to the sides when I park my vehicle. And this is also why lane filtering should be legal and should be a tool utilized by anybody. Okay? You don't use it all the time, and when you use it in a bad way, like splitting like 30, 40, 50 miles an hour faster than the flow of traffic, that's bad. I want to just lane filter like 5 to 10 miles an hour in between cars at a stoplight. That's all I want, because this right here, I want that option. Give me that option. I don't want to do something that is illegal, even though it's safer for me to do so. That's my biggest fear. Right, Martin? Right? Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Woo! Just give me the option. I just want a lane filter. Give me the option. All right. Rain. Watch out. Pale rider. Rain. Red light. We got the brake lights. Good position for safety. Good. Careful. Slow down. There. They want to do it too. Holy crap. If you're in the UK, let me know if that was legal for the car to do. I'm assuming it's legal for the motorcyclist. I think he actually hit him. Get yourself out of traffic. I would have parked up here on the sidewalk. Ooh, I don't like the spot either. No, 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 no. Get in front. Get in front.
Please
Get in
use
front.
your mirrors. I had my indicators on. I was already moving. Just use your mirrors.
Legal for both. Okay.
I was already outside.
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay? Yeah.
I'm alright.
You just scared me. That's all. Just I was.
I've seen the
Dude, you're gonna get hit, man.
I
Ooh.
was already in the lane when you pulled out.
Get on the other
That's what I'm
side.
saying. Just-
Get on this
yeah,
side,
just
man.
be careful, man. Okay.
Woo.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like he clipped him. Looks like he clipped him. That's why he's checking his stuff. His stuff. Let's go back a little bit. I just want to point out some things. People are saying it's legal or not legal. Is it not legal? I'm hearing both legal, car was legal, legal for both, not legal. All right, well, either way, here's the thing. If you're wanting to do something, always assume somebody else wants to do it too. So be very careful. He's going to accelerate right here. So he accelerated right here. You need to be careful until you get past the hazard, which is going to be that bus or the lorry or whatever. All right, so this vehicle is going to come out here. We're going to go out there. We're both going to get really close. So if you see this pattern, just be careful. Go slower. You don't have to accelerate to get past things. You're obviously going to go faster, and you're going to get ahead of them anyways. Not legal to ride in the hash lanes. Okay. Well, whatever it is, that pattern is universal, whether it's legal or not. All right, moving on. Also, if you're talking, if you're on the side of the road and you're talking like this, get on the other side where there's a sidewalk. Don't be hanging out here. Yeah, so what's wrong with just talking right here on the sidewalk?
Thank you.
All right, nighttime in Malaysia. Watch outside of the vehicles. Like I said, it's universal. It doesn't matter if you're in Malaysia, United States, United Kingdom, India, whatever. Side of the vehicle is going to indicate that there's a possible path of travel. Intersections are always going to be dangerous. We're going through it right now again. Just be very careful. These are crazy intersections. Whew. Oh, we're going to do it again. We're at another side of the vehicle. Very careful. Why are we accelerating into it? Go around him. Non-issue at that point. You don't fight for lanes, everybody. Please don't fight for lanes. All right, we're moving here. Big issues when it comes to this is going to have mergers, so watch out for this truck. Open lane, right? Right behind this white car. This person probably wants to come into our lane, and there it is. I just explained it all. I don't think I have to explain it too much. It's pretty simple, everybody. When you get into this area, not this part right here. When you get into this area, the only time you really have to worry about vehicles is merging issues on the interstate. In town or anywhere else where you have intersections, you have to be paying attention to any path of travel violations. With this right here, you need to be paying attention for mergers. And one huge pattern we typically see right in the comments, I'm going to give you the answer pretty soon anyways, the biggest pattern that we typically see, you get a free one, is that if our lane is moving faster than this lane, then anybody in this lane wants to go into our lane. Pretty simple. So this vehicle is going faster than the vehicles in the other lane. Everyone wants to get into our lane. We're in it, okay? Now, if this lane right here was completely open, it's the same principle. Open lane versus a lane that has stacked cars is a pattern that you need to be paying attention to. So any of these vehicles want to switch over. Typically, it's going to be the vehicle stuck behind the slow one. So it's going to be this truck. That's how I was able to call it out super quick. So when you see this, and we're getting over here, this is an opportunity right now for this truck just to switch over because he's not going to hit this vehicle, and it's going to be an open spot. Now, sometimes it's an open spot, sometimes it's not. Sometimes they don't even see us because we're in their blind spot, and I think that's what's going to happen here. So we're getting in blind spot. Now we're in blind spot. This is the dangerous spot here. Now, what I like to do in this situation is obviously not to get to here. So I'm going to go ahead and decelerate just a little bit to allow it to be more of a staggered position. Okay, I don't want it to be where I'm side by side. I also don't want to accelerate up to here, like I said in a previous video, because of this. That's going to be my new space cushion with this big ass vehicle, and I have terrible line of sight. So my only options are, because I'm playing chess, not checkers, is to grab myself a rock form mount using, I'm just kidding, but still, links in the description for rock form mount. What I'm going to do is decelerate. So it's going to increase my space cushion with this person. It's going to increase my space cushion with this person. And what's going to happen is this person's going to come in anyways. And now I just have a Chevy in front of me and then this big vehicle in front of me. Non-issue. I don't care. I really don't. My safety is the first priority. Getting to point A or from point A to point B is all I care about. And if it takes me an extra 20 seconds to do that, it takes me 20 seconds to do that. I highly doubt that's going to be the case in this situation. But what I do like is that he moved himself over to this position, gave himself a better space cushion. Thank you, Mike R, with the donation. He got himself over to this position because of the space cushion, and he has good line of sight. So here, go ahead and decelerate, let him in, okay? Got my first bike last weekend and needed some tunes for parking lot practice. Just $5 back from the 50 saved me on a Pack Talk Bolt today. Woo, Mike! Woo-wee! Guys, if you want to grab yourself a Pack Talk Bolt or Freecom, you guys get discounts. Cardo's giving me a chance to give you a discount. It is an affiliate link, so if you're going to buy a Cardo Pack Talk anyways, it's a good thing to use that link because it's going to support the channel. But, whoo, thank you so much, man. Oh, there's more. No. See, at the end of the day, this is what we could have done. We could have just gotten to a different lane and passed everybody. So is one vehicle getting in front of us a big issue? No. Don't do this. I didn't even realize there was more. Oh my gosh. Don't do any of this crap. Don't do any of this crap, guys. I really didn't think that there was more to this. I really didn't think that. You're not in the right, Bug-Eye. Oh my gosh. Allison, here we go. Do something right for me, please. All right, so we're getting closer and closer. We're moving that space cushion. Switch lanes. There you go. Good job. Whoa! Look forward, look forward, look forward. They're just going to take off. Oh my gosh. So we're going pretty fast. You know, we're going the speed, I guess. You know, I don't know if this is the speed limit or not, but we're catching up, maintaining, or not maintaining. We're removing our space cushion. This is probably one of those reasons why you don't pass on the right, because if you didn't intend to do this turn, this person was probably slowing down for that turn. So he tried to escape, and he didn't. He got tip-tapped. Not a big deal. He still kept it up. But here's the thing. Now that that vehicle is out of your path of travel and is not going to be the biggest danger, just take a look. We got reflectors right here because we have that turn coming. So that's going to be the next big danger. So now look forward, navigate this turn, and then figure out what the hell happened. All right?
Oh, you said again.
And the dude just takes off. Sucks. All right, how much more do we have? And this is why I don't like, I mean, Moto Madness has a lot of, so we're at 12-12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got 6 more to go. Woo! All right, moving on to this one. Looks like we're in Hawaii. Side of the vehicle. Ooh, slow down, so look forward, look forward, look forward. Hey, dude, you need to look forward. Stop looking back. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at this one. All right, so we're riding through here, and we just blew a stop sign. Okay. We're in the wrong lane. So we're honking the horn to indicate that we're coming through. Guys, that's not going to help. Okay, it's not going to help. The wall is going to be blocking a lot of the noise. It's going to be the Doppler effect. It's going to mess up a lot of things, so they probably don't even see you. The sound is not going to be working well for you at all when it comes to where you're traveling. It's a blind corner. We should be slowing down anyways. Should be slowing down. As soon as we see that side of the vehicle right there, we need to do something. Okay, right now we should have been in orange stage and slowing down anyway. So now we're putting ourselves in a dangerous spot. So at no point should you be in this position. If you are in this position, hopefully you're lucky. I'm just going to leave it at that. So now we do this. We're looking back. We're not looking forward. We have a bunch of different things out in the road. We got a trash bin. We don't know if there's trash all over the road. And we're going to keep looking back. We got all these chickens right here. We could run over a chicken and then dump the bike. We're going to go ahead and look back again. Why? We're already way past it. Moving on. Come on, Cowie SS. Side of the vehicle right here. Same person. Whatever. All right, another side of the vehicle. What are we waiting on here? Okay. Whatever. Whatever. S750 dude. All right. All right. Good. Watch out, lane merger. Okay. Non-issue. Just move around it. Apply the brakes because they're applying the brakes. You probably scared the crap out of them, so they stopped. Just move on. Holy crap. All right, here we go. We're moving forward here. Good job going over that bump. We got sides of the vehicles, intersection possibility. Oh, and there's a motorcyclist not paying attention. So motorcyclists can do the same thing. They can not pay attention. They can speed through intersections. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. It doesn't matter if it's a car or not. It's a person is a person in the car or on the motorcycle. Hey. Hey. I like his stash, though, by the way. All right, so here we go. Honda Grom going, I don't know, but we're going through an area. Oh, this is going to be a vehicle wanting to turn in. We've already seen this one. Gotta be very careful with that. Going a little too fast for the area. A little too fast. Did somebody? What happened?
Are you not
somebody just joined?
How come you didn't see me? My lights are on, everything.
Doesn't matter. We already talked about this one.
Be careful next time.
Yep. All right, just a little brief. If people haven't seen this yet, because we do these live streams, and if you missed the live stream, hey, every Tuesdays and Thursdays we do the live stream at 3 p.m. So anyways, we're going to get up to here. We're going pretty fast in a neighborhood. I'm assuming it's going to be, let's say 35 max. Okay, we're going 41. Let's say it's 25 max. We're definitely going over the speed limit. So we're hauling ass through here. Didn't see him. The light thing is not an excuse because we have the sun on our back. You're blending into the sun at this point. So we're going to see this vehicle turn in front of us. We use the horn instead of our brakes at this point. Start applying the brakes instead of the horn. Your perception, boom, you saw it. Reaction is the horn. It should be brakes. Now it's the brakes. You know how much time we had back there versus now? Hey, Ron, of course it's live, man.
Are you not looking at me? How come you didn't see me?
Get out of the road, dude.
Everything. You gotta be careful next time.
You gotta be careful too, buddy. Everyone has to be careful. All right, nighttime in South America, Ninja 400. Okay, look to your left too. All right, good. Side of the vehicle. Don't fight for that lane. We're in the blind spot now. That's probably gonna be merging. Okay, side of the vehicle here. Ooh, got lucky. Got lucky. Just stop trying to fight for things. Stop trying to get into areas. All right, speed limit 55. We're going 23-30. Not bad. We're going well under. All right, just wait for an open spot. It's a double yellow. Don't go yet. Crest of the hill. Okay, they let us out. Cool. Get up to your speed that you should be going. Not issue. All right, we're going into, it looks like a fire station or police station. Looks like a public safety building or a bank. Good voice, screaming. Looks like a bank.
6 people.
Okay.
I've watched 6.
Okay.
You idiots. And you
You ought to get a ticket. Every time you come up this road, you ought to get a ticket.
Not every one of us is doing that.
Go drive someplace else like that and get killed someplace else like that. Moron.
What?
I've watched six people.
Okay.
I've watched six.
Okay.
You idiot.
I think he said he's watched 6 people die on that turn. So, I mean, it looks like it's a fun turn. You got pretty good line of sight. You got the chevrons. Okay, okay. I wonder why we're going so slow. I mean, the guy's trying to purposely slow him down. He's trying to corral them, basically. It's a pretty nice open road. Non-issue. I think he's just agitated. I think I'm sure there's people doing some crazy things. And I don't think Capitan did anything. I really don't, because the way he answered. Maybe he did. I don't know. Or he's just like, I'm not going to deal with you, which is fine, guys. Just take off. If somebody like this, schmeat. If somebody like this is causing issues, just take off.
6 people.
Okay.
I've watched 6.
Okay.
You idiots. And you just missed a policeman. You ought to get a ticket. Every time you come up this road, you ought to get a ticket.
Not every one of us is doing that.
See, the way Capitan answered that was very calm, mellow voice. Not every one of us is doing that. He understands there's some idiot riders out there. I'm pretty sure he's not one of them. I'm going to assume that just the way he answered, somebody that's extremely agitated, compared to the person at the beginning of this live stream, answered those 2 people talking about speeding in the neighborhood. You see the difference in tone. You see the difference in how things are happening. Capitan probably didn't do anything wrong. He listened to him, and he's just, I'm going to take off.
Go drive someplace else like that and get killed someplace else like that. Moron. You're a moron.
See you on YouTube, kid.
Yeah, it's a lot different than this guy.
Is the street
neighborhood, dude.
Is the street a playground?
It's a neighborhood.
Yeah, I know.
Slow the
What it is?
down.
I know what it is. This isn't a playground.
Slow down.
This ain't a playground.
Slow down. It's a neighborhood.
Whatever, man.
Whatever. Get out.
Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
Much different than the response this motorcycle rider had with people that were actually not as agitated. So when I see that, I see the difference between Tice and ex-Capitan. There's a huge difference. This guy is more agitated than the people in the neighborhood, and Capitan is more respectful than Tice. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? I think every single time I watch a Moto Madness video, I get agitated. So I think I should probably stop watching Moto Madness videos. Guys, I need to relax. You guys want to come into my dorm room real quick? You guys want to come into my dorm room real quick? Whew. I need to relax. I'm not going to go in the office. I don't feel like working. Oh, let's get my chair out real quick. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I just need to relax real quick. I just need to relax real quick. I can't handle. Check Patreon. What's on Patreon? What happened? Yeah, I need to call out the people that were doing some craziness. They were signing up, joining up. Whew. Whoa, Nunya! Hey, wait. Nunya. Tier 4, dude. Nunya became a tier 4. And then Burgundy over here. This is probably what you want. Let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and answer that question. What is the price point of your med kit coming out? I was looking at my medic and they have a Moto first aid kit for 150. Is that a good deal for what you get? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So my medic, I already know what it is, but they want 150. All right, let's see. Speed limit challenge. Just ordered sushi for you, Nick. Oh, dude, we had so much sushi. I'm gonna save that. I think I could get. My intestines are completely. We're good, but I'm gonna get a beer after this. Oh my gosh! All right, med kits. Thank you so much, Speed Limit Man. All right, so the Moto kit. All right, let's take a look at the Moto Medic. All right, so what I do like about these is that they're waterproof, stormproof, I guess. Let's take a look at what's actually inside. Now, when it comes down to when I'm going to do something, I don't want to put down other manufacturers because they're probably really proud of this. They're really, really proud of this. Matt does like sushi. You got to get you on stream, Matt. So for $150, what are the things I would want out of this kit only? For 100, it's not even for 100. What are the things that I think are beneficial in this kit? You got the 2 roll gauze. Let's go ahead and do this. I like these. Those look like they're 2 inches in width. Mine are going to be 4. Mine are going to be 4 inches. Okay, 4 by 4 yards. Space blanket I want. Oh, Rogue One, baby, with the 10. Woo! Super sticker, thank you so much. I want these 2. Thank you so much for the donation. This looks like a saline. I don't care about the saline. I want the CPR shield. This is the rapid tourniquet. So that's 1 tourniquet, so that's good. It's not a cat tourniquet, which is a little bit different. I do want the whistle. I'll explain all these things. This is a cut kit. I don't know exactly what that is. I want this. You only get 2 4x. Is that a 4x4? Yeah, those are 4x4s. These look like 2x2s. Definitely want trauma shears. Derek Redding, welcome to the crew, baby. Woo! And these are all meds. This is a burn stuff. I'm not too concerned about burn stuff. Sting relief, no. Fizzy chamois butter, so you don't get chafing on your bum bum. So the things that I circled are what I care about. Nope. 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 A light stick, okay, whatever. But nope. 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 So here's the thing. And this is why I don't want to pick apart this because they're probably really proud of their product. And here's the thing. I don't even have an alternative for you. So if you feel like you need to get something, I'm not going to recommend getting this, but I'm going to recommend getting something. So when it comes to an MPA, you have a contraindication for MPAs when it comes to skull fractures. So if there's a suspected skull fracture, you do not want to put an MPA into somebody's nose. Also, this is not even measured. So I understand that there is pretty much a general standard when it comes to the normal male, normal female, but you still have to measure it. And if that's not measured, it's not going to do you any good. It's just going to be sticking in the back of the nasal cavity and not behind the tongue. So that's not going to work too well. I do want to have these for when I put on a 4x4. I don't want to hold the 4x4 at all times. I just want to wrap it so the 4x4 is going to be wrapped the whole time. Obviously, PPE for you and me. So there it is. That's pretty good. So you can have that. Space blanket, you're going to want to use that for when it's a cold situation or if there's possibility of going to shock. Oscar, thank you for the 3. Appreciate it. CPR shield, if you know how to do CPR, that's just another thing for PPE. You can always use your mouth on mouth, but you also have the chance of vomitus and then any type of bloodborne pathogens that you might not know of when it comes to the person that crashed. So having this is going to be for PPE, so that's really good. The Band-Aids, whatever. Whatever. Band-Aids, and then I believe this is super skin, so it's like moleskin. Okay, whatever. Non-issue on that. Don't really care. The saline to clear out the eyes, that's a comfort. It's not necessarily going to be something that's truly needed. Plus, you probably have water somewhere else if you've been on a trip or if you're riding anywhere. I always recommend carrying some water. The chamois butter, so that's gonna be like a butter for your thighs. I've never had that issue. Sterile pad, these are like 2x2, so very small. It's basically a Band-Aid, which, you know, I'd rather have 4x4s in my kit. So those are, I got some right here. These are non-sterile, which at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's better than sweaty clothes that you're ripping up. And I have probably like 20. Okay, this is a 4x4. That's what's going to be in here. These are sterile though. So here's our 4x4, and you can open it up. And they call it a 4x4 for reasons, but I like to think that it's basically 4 different squares. So when you put it together, it's pretty absorbent. So if somebody's having a laceration right here, you apply that, or even fold it up to even put it on there and apply pressure. And then this thing right here, you wrap it. So that way you don't have to keep your hand there. That's pretty much it, but I keep a whole bunch of them. So having just 2 sterile and then 2 little baby ones, that's not something I want. What I'm going to be including in mine are 5x9s, which are abdominal pads, basically like women's pads that absorb a lot of blood, but if you apply a good pressure, it can absorb it pretty good. This right here is a tourniquet. Now, I heard great things about this tourniquet, so it's pretty cool. It's a nice form factor, so I like that. The whistle, like I said, I want a whistle because if, let's say you crash and you fall down a cliff and you have your med kit, screaming can be actually pretty exhausting, and you're utilizing a lot of airflow. So just a whistle, you can penetrate a lot more noise with a lot of, not more noise. You can penetrate a lot more wind and air to get a further distance, and it's more high pitched, so people will actually hear that better. So having a whistle is important. I'm going to have a whistle in mine. Trauma shears, so when you can cut open somebody's gear, so you want to cut the gear, I'll show you guys how to do that. I'm actually probably going to buy a new jacket so I can cut up my old jacket. Pen light, okay, well that's good to have, you know, if you know what you're doing with it, you know, whatever. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming it's like a suture kit. At no point am I going to try to get you guys a suture or anything. A tourniquet and wound packing can do just as good in an emergency situation. You don't have to know how to do much with that. So upset stomach relief, cold and flu, allergies, headache medicine. I'm not going to give you any medicine. That's out of my scope of practice to diagnose anything and give you guys any type of medications. You have to actually have quite a bit of certifications to even give aspirin. I can't even give Benadryl to a patient. So having that is kind of interesting. All of this is more medications, lip balm, burn shield. So it's going to be like burn ointment. It's not a life-threatening thing, so I'm not going to put stuff that's like, only thing that I want in my kit is going to help prevent a loss of life. Having a small burn is not going to, it's just taking up space. Lip balm, just carry a chapstick, everybody. Light stick, only one is only going to do so much. You guys already have one. If you're parking your bike for a position for safety, use your hazard lights. Sanitizing wipes, don't really care too much about that. You should be using your PPE. Sting relief, not life-threatening, so it shouldn't be in my trauma kit. But that's the thing, everybody. This is a med kit. Okay, this is a med kit. It's a first aid kit. I'm building a trauma kit. I only care about the trauma kit. $150. Right now, I don't know what the price point's going to be, but it's not going to be that. I already know that. What I do like is this. It's water resistant kind of stuff. Hey, it's a Mountain Dew. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Let's go back to my dorm room. Yeah, no oral intake. And that's the thing, is like somebody crashed. Why am I giving them Benadryl? You know? Do I recommend making your own medic pack instead of buying one? Yes, but the thing is, what I recommend buying your own. But the thing is, you're gonna have to buy bulk supplies when it comes to your own. And that's not a bad thing. So if you can buy a bunch of 4x4s, roll clean, you're going to have to buy a box of gloves instead of just 2 gloves. You can buy a bag by itself. You can buy the trauma shears by itself. You can buy all that stuff by yourself. But the thing is, most of it's going to come in bulk. So you're going to have a ton of stuff in one bag. That's not a bad deal. So here's the thing. Maybe jump in with some friends and buy multiple bags, but then you all pull to get, like, each of you buy your own bag, like separate bag, nothing in it, just the bag, and then you guys share how much it's going to cost for the bulk items, and you just kind of split everything up so you guys have stuff. Or if you do it all by yourself, you can make yourself 3 or 4 kits, or make yourself 1 kit for the motorcycle and then 1 really big kit for the home. So that's not a bad deal. It's just that you're going to be spending close to $200-$300 easily just doing that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get you the kit, get you the stuff you need, 2 tourniquets, trauma shears, a bunch of 4x4s, 5x9s, roll cling or roll gauze, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to give you 2 gloves, 2 sets of gloves. What else? The whistle, and then a few other things, and it's not going to be close to that price point. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Plus, I'm going to be teaching you. My main thing is I want to teach you how to use it. If you want to go out and buy your own kit, please do so. I only care that you know how to use it. It's one thing to buy the kit and then to be like, okay, cool, I got a kit now. I know what to do. It's like, no, you don't. You need to know how to wound pack. You need to know how much pressure you need to apply. You need to know where to put the tourniquet, how to place the tourniquet, how much pressure you need to put on the tourniquet, how long. Do you guys know how long you can have a tourniquet on before it starts becoming a hazard? I'll teach you that. It's 2 hours, by the way. So you have to write the time also. So you want a Sharpie. There's no Sharpie in here. What else? You need to know how to, the wound packing. It's not just about putting something on and then calling it a day. Sometimes you might have to stuff some of the 4x4s inside the wound and put pressure and hold it there for at least 10 minutes with good pressure, and then you can move on if that's the only hazard. Do you know how to put on 2 tourniquets? One doesn't work. What do you do with the next? So there's a bunch of different things that I want to teach you guys. And then from there, go buy your own kit if you want. But I'm also going to be providing you guys one, and I'll be shipping it out to you. So that's kind of where I want to get at. And it's my baby, trauma, medicine, everything. That's what I did for 11 plus years. So I want to teach you guys how to do that, and I'm finally getting to the point where I can. So thank you guys, by the way. Any chance I can use the treadmill behind you? You don't have one in the Chiefs room? We got a Chiefs lobby. You don't have one? Or even in your own door? Oh, forgot. I took yours. Anyways. Yeah, it's more like a boo-boo kit, Haley. Exactly. Yeah, Steve and John, if you can buy that stuff for cheaper, please do so. Would you use gauze, bandages, or elastic? Oh, okay, so so the bandages that are a little stretchy. So I got one like this. Is that what you're talking about? These things? Yeah, I have one myself in my own trauma kit. The problem with that is that you might be starting to cut off circulation when all you needed to do was apply pressure. So if the bleeding stops with roll gauze and appropriate levels of it and enough pressure, enough wound packing, you probably don't need it. But it's up to you. I don't think it's a bad thing to have in there if you want, but I'm probably not gonna I'm probably not gonna put it in, because then that means I gave somebody the tool and it needs a little bit different type of training. And then you start getting to the point where if I try to train 20 different things about the trauma kit, the person in the emergency situation might only remember like 3, because it's a high anxiety situation. So I want to just have the minimal supplies that could be used for the most common things and train to that. You know what I mean? Is this the average price for a Moto Med? You want to see what? Let's go back. You want to see what they're, guys? Like I said, this is typical of med kits. My first aid kit. This is So this is the my first aid kit. I have the same bag, by the way. I have the same bag, so I know how much it costs. So what's in the basic kit? Kind of the same stuff. You don't even get a tourniquet, by the way, in the basic. You don't even get a tourniquet. Only in the advanced kit. So in the advanced kit, yeah. You have to remember, guys, these are first aid kits, not trauma kits. So bleed stopper, let's see what the bleed stopper is. So this might be a good might be a good kit for you. You got quick clot, you got rapid trauma. Chest seals, that's mainly for penetrating trauma to the chest or back. You need to know what you're doing with that. The bleed stopper, what's inside the bleed stopper? It won't let you know. What's inside the bleed stopper? Oh, this stuff is inside this bag. So rapid tourniquet. I'm going to include 2 of these cat tourniquets. I'm including 2 of them. So you only get a chest seal, pressure bandage, quick clot, and 1 tourniquet for $85. Okay. Trauma kits are expensive. Medical supplies are expensive, everybody. You have to understand that medical supplies are very expensive. That was a great question, though. Thank you. Hey, everyone. This question basically was started because of this right here. Burgundy. Hopefully I answered your question, Burgundy. You also, guys, if you join up on Patreon, you get access to the syllabus and you get entered into the gear giveaway. None you just joined up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So thank you, Burgundy, for that. Whoa. 269 from Norway. Norway monies. I really like the content. Keep up the good work. Question about the Tech-Air 5 on gravel or bumpy roads. Any advice? I drive a Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sport. Woo! DCT 2020, so it soaks up quite a... So, yeah, so there was questions about that when it comes to the Tech-Air. So, supposedly, it has to hit a certain G-force for it to apply. I did have a question about that, too. I looked up the frequently asked questions, and this was one of them. And it was about hitting a pothole. Will it cause it to do it? And they said 90-something% it should not go off hitting bumpy roads or hitting a pothole. It's only when there's like a sudden deceleration or if there's a falling down type thing. It's typically, it seems like these airbags typically only go off if you hit something. We had somebody in the crew that had that Tech-Air and they low-sided it and it didn't go off. So I have a feeling that he low-sided slowly so the G-forces wasn't so much. But when you hit something, boom, that's sudden deceleration. It should go off. I don't think it's going to go off with that. But I'm not a salesman for them. I don't know the full system. So that's definitely an email sent to them. But I appreciate you sending me the super chat. But I remember looking that up because I was wondering what the cause in case that is. Most likely the kit will be needed for you, so make it known you have it and where. Yeah. So look at the IFAC kits, individual first aid kits. The MyFac or is there a different one up there? Anyways, we're building our own, everybody. We're building our own so we can get them out to you. We're still, I'm getting the prototype, the sample sent to me. So with all my specifications, we'll see what it looks like. Exactly, Kel. Get first aid training first before treating anyone. Make sure you know what you are doing. So guys, if you want that training now, before I come out with my own, please go to the description and go to the medical training area. Here, I'll just do it here. So you click that, and you can use code DDFM for $5 off. And that's specific to motorcycle crashes. It's trauma training for the motorcycle rider. And it's the online course, so anybody can take it. Anybody can take it. I'm an accident scene management instructor, so I know the ins and outs to a lot of that stuff. You know, in fact, it's green, so it's hard to see. It's the Advanced Bystander Assistance from Accident Scene Management. So the chain of survival that I keep talking about. You know, what to do And this is just the very big rundown. Big rundown. It's just a small rundown of everything you need to do. So the basic, you're going to get a lot more information than this. A lot more information than this. It's gonna talk. This one talks about broken femur, femoral fracture, longboarding children. Not longboarding children, but longboarding and children. Control bleeding in here. It's a good book. Yeah, okay, so accident scene management. This right here, it's bystander assistance. So it's going to teach to your level. If you have zero clue about what to do, this will get you up to speed to do something. That's definitely it. I would take that class if you're interested, and it has nothing to do with becoming an EMT or a nurse. But here's the thing, everybody, if you're an EMT or a nurse and you take that class, you get continuing education credits. They're registered with like the Nurses Association or something. I forgot. But yeah, you can actually get credit. My can is translucent. Waterboarding. Yeah, we're not going to waterboard. It's going to be longboarding. So putting somebody on a board. There we go. Log rolling. Anything about the Alpine Stars SMX1 boots, or should I spend the bucks and get the taller SMX? I don't know, Meat Shield. I'd have to look that. I have to look it up a little bit more. 354 likes. If you're in this class and you haven't liked yet, hit that like button. You know, let's go to the office. That way I can see more of this. And I'm here. Beer exchange? PO boxes don't allow beer. The USPS doesn't allow beer. I've already tried that. I would love to though, and that's one of the things. Once COVID kind of goes away, I'm looking into that van thing, or actually the Hyundai Palisade, and seeing about traveling a little bit. The Dragoon's good, dude. Burgundy. Ooh, I'm gonna have that tonight actually, and then the Santa Cruiser beer. Is there a difference between different countries and first aid? Yeah, there's different first aid training with different countries. Accident scene management is the same across the board. The thing is, bodies are the same. So learn from different instructors, learn from different modalities, and just, whoa, Kurt L., thank you for the 20. Woo! You are amazing with the super sticker. Appreciate it. Yeah. So if you learn how to take care of somebody in one country, it's going to be the same thing in the other. Laws are different, though, so you might want to look into the Good Samaritan laws or any type of laws that release liability from a bystander. That's very important. Covilius, this is towards the end of class. This is the live stream. We just had class earlier. We're just kind of finishing up a little bit. We're in my office. If you didn't know, we're in my office. Smells like rich mahogany and leather-bound books. Who makes better boots? I'm going to say CD out of those. CD or Alpine Stars? I would say CD, but Alpine Stars, they make some good stuff. They're both really good. I don't think you can go wrong. I don't think there should be a who's better. I think they're both really good. Your partner is a safety manager. It's hell. We talk about hemotension thorax. Hemotension or pneumotension, whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about that. So hemo, obviously, the thorax is filling up with blood and causing the lung to not fully expand. And every time you exhale, it fills up with more blood, and then you can't inhale even more. And it slowly gets to the point where you can't even inhale because the lung is collapsed. Same thing with tension pneumothorax. Typically with tension pneumothorax, the chest seal would work really well. And then also was it not a thoracotomy? It'd be forgot. I don't care. That's outside of my scope anyways. Well, we could talk whatever. Just got your beginner's permit yesterday, Convilius. Welcome. Yeah, definitely not for an amateur first aider. Congrats. Know any good roads by Phoenix or Tucson? Just moved down to Phoenix from Washington State. Meat Shield, There's a lot in Phoenix. Are you on Facebook, by the way? Because I can set you. Well, it doesn't matter about Facebook. Here, join the Discord. We have a local crew up in Phoenix, and they do parking lot practices, and they can definitely tell you, where some cool ass roads are up in Phoenix. In Tucson, Mount Lemon is really cool. Max speed is 35 though, and there's cops up there, but still a beautiful ride. I don't recommend speeding. You'll enjoy just looking. The ride to Patagonia is pretty nice from Tucson. Old Spanish Trail, this big loop out here in Tucson, is really nice. Going through Devil's Pass is really nice. Phoenix, I don't know too much, but I know, the super Camelback is really fun. But yeah, we have a Phoenix crew, an Arizona crew on the Discord. So you might want to check them out so you can actually meet them when they do their parking lot practice and they ask these questions, and they're all safety minded. So it's amazing. Ever coming down to Southern California? If so, I'd love to ride. Hey, I would love to rockety, but rocket try. California with news, the whole state. I'm sorry, man. I don't even know if I want to go to California until some of this stuff is gone. But I used to go all the time. PCH is amazing. Love it. I just love the cruise. That's the thing, is I just love the cruise. Hey, one of these days when we all get our Cardo Pack Talk Bolds on the same system on the Cardo app, you can join a group. I think it'd be really cool. To just have a nice chat while we're riding. Decent scenery up there, Rebecca. Rebecca by death. Yeah. Awesome meat shield. Yeah, definitely. Rainen's really cool. She can help you out with a lot of stuff. I'm just reading you guys. I'm reading some of your chitty chats. We should probably get some music. I just started putting music on here. Where is the Cardo stuff made? I have no clue. I'm going to assume Israel, because a lot of the stuff they talk about is Israel, but I don't know. I don't know where it's made. I mean, probably anywhere anything else is made. If you have a tight budget you're able to spend on gear, what are the most important things you would get? Little Howler, great question. I would start off with a helmet. Last thing, let's say you crash and you remove some fingers. It's not the end of the world. It's a life-altering injury. Not a big deal. But during that crash, you hit your head really hard, and now you have a traumatic brain injury where you completely change who you are as a person, which happens all the time. That's the big deal. So what I would do is I would get a helmet first. Protect that brain. That is the main thing. Get a helmet. Get some gloves so you have better control of the motorcycle, so hopefully you never crash. From there, it's up to you. Get a jacket, pants, or boots. I would go jacket, I would go pants, and then I'd go boots. Because the boots, let's say you lose a foot. It sucks. It does. But there's ways around it. If you didn't have pants and you got your knee just ripped off, you lose part of your leg. Your back, you have chest protection. Spinal injuries, there you go, simple. So the main thing is helmet, gloves, jacket, pants, and boots. That's the path I would take if you can only get one at a time. Helmet, gloves, jacket, pants, boots. Out of focus. What about now? Am I out of focus, everybody? What about now? Loud pipes save lives with pedestrians and other vehicles. I don't agree with it. If people can hear you, great. I'm not going to trust that, though. I'm always going to make sure I'm seen. Hazard response test started ages ago. That's good. That's real good. A bit better now. It was something like that in that order. That's my opinion. I'm not basing it off anything. Airbag vest over boots. Yeah, definitely. Anything that's going to protect your core and anything where it's close to any arteries, that big arteries, then yeah, definitely, yeah. Cena SRL2. Are you able to connect it with a Cardo? Yes, but you can't use the mesh system. So Cardo has this mesh system. So if you have two Cardos, one of them goes out of range, one comes and it comes back in range. It auto connects. With a Cena, I've actually tested this with a Cena and a Cardo. All you can do is the Bluetooth connection. So if you lose connection, you go too wide, it won't reconnect. You have to reconnect it manually. So that's the bad thing. But you can still talk to Cena or Cardo. It's just it's not going to use the full features that are proprietary to everything. All right, guys. I got to get going. I'm going to take my doggo out for a WALK. If you would like to join the crew, we got 9 new members today. Thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. But I got to get going, everybody. All right? I got to get going. I'll see you around. You guys like my shorts, by the way? It's green, so it's almost see-through.